Aho, kitipilo hele, yesipi yayani, lasawanwa.
Hello, and welcome to Among the Shawnee, a podcast for absentee Shawnee tribal members. I'm your host, Mindy Longhorn, Media Director for the Absentee Shawnee Tribe. So today we are talking all about AllNations Bank. And I've got with me Jill Maple,
Yes.
CEO and CFO, Debbie Coym,
Yes.
Assistant Vice President and Branch Manager.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jill, you are in the Calumet location.
I am.
And Debbie, you're here in Shawnee.
Yes.
So let's start. How long have you guys worked with the bank or at the bank?
I've been with the bank since September of 2019.
Okay.
And I was September of 21.
Okay. So you started in September, both of you in the fall. Okay. So if you didn't know, AllNations has two locations, Calumet and Shawnee.
Yes.
And Tribe owns the bank. I think everybody knows that. Let's start with talking about a little bit of a history about the bank.
Okay. So AllNations Bank has been around since 1901. It was owned by a private family. It started out as the State Bank of Calumet, and then it changed to First National Bank of Calumet, and then the tribe purchased it from the Thompson family in 2004.
Okay.
And then that's when they renamed it to AllNations Bank.
Well, I didn't know this until I started Googling. I thought this was interesting, that AllNations is the oldest Native American-owned bank in Oklahoma.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They were actually a bank before we were a state.
Correct, yes.
Because I think they got their charter, as it say, 1901, is that
1901. Right? That's when we actually found the original minutes when we remodeled the bank.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. So there's a fun history fact there. And you're right. It was First National Bank of Calumet, and now it's AllNations. And the tribe bought it, what did you say, 2003 or 2004?
Yes, in 2004 is when the FDIC insurance was issued.
Okay, so it's been 20 plus years. Now, the location in Shawnee is fairly new. It didn't open in 2004.
No.
2011?
I want to say 11.
Okay, well, I did some Googling yesterday. So it looks like they opened in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been, what is the math? 15 years almost. A little less than that. Okay.
Yes.
So it's been here a while. Well, I found, doing my Googling yesterday, I found it interesting that back when they bought the bank in 2004, the then treasurer, Russell Ellis, said about the reason that the tribe got in the banking business, they developed AllNations Bank as a means to encourage tribal members to learn sound financial practice instead of relying on high-interest loan companies. So I think that's really the premise of a tribal-owned bank. So I thought, to serve their people.
It is, correct.
I mean, to me, that's the mission statement. So since it's a tribally owned bank, what can you do for tribal members? What can you offer them that a traditional bank can't?
We have some accounts that we specifically created that are for the tribe members and also for employees of the tribe.
Okay.
So there's two different type of accounts. We call them the AST preferred accounts. They have a higher interest rate, above market.
For a savings account.
For the checking account as well.
Okay.
We pay interest on the checking and the savings. Wow. And so we have an AST savings and then the AST preferred checking that's for tribal members. And then we have the AST preferred that's for tribal employees.
Okay. So you've got two options.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's some perks that go along with that. There's free checks on the checking account. So you won't ever pay for a box of checks.
Not that many people use checks, but you never know.
Yeah.
I mean,
also, safety deposit box rental. The first year is free for that too at the Shawnee location.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And then all the other perks of, online banking, being able to deposit a check online.
Mobile app, right,
debit
from
card.
Your phone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we do offer a debit card that has the tribe logo on it.
Oh, okay. So you could represent with your debit card. Okay.
Yeah.
And I know something else, not everyone, well, I feel like everyone probably at some point in their life will have to take a loan out, probably for sure a car loan. You do that as well, right? Loans or something?
Yes, absolutely.
Car loans?
We can do anything, any type of loan
mortgage,
personal mortgage, commercial.
small business,
ag,
Home
loan,
improvement,
home equity,
recreational
right?
vehicle.
Yes.
So
boat.
pretty much. Okay, so what if tribal member didn't have, maybe the best credit? And they're a tribal member, so instead of them having to go to like buy here, pay here, can you do anything? Or is it strictly by the numbers? Or is it, well, we can help you out. Is there anything you have maybe for tribal members?
We look at each loan individually
Mm-hmm.
and look at the circumstances behind what might be causing the lower credit score.
Right.
We have policies and procedures we have to follow. However, we do try to look at the picture, the full picture.
Right. And where if you went to like a dealership, they probably don't really care.
Right.
It's just a number
Right.
really for
Exactly.
them. They run your credit. Okay, you're this. This
Yep.
is what we can do.
Yes.
High interest rate, or so you might have some leniency, maybe, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Not really some to play with.
But we just, like I said, we like to look at everything individually and look at each circumstance on its own merit.
Okay, so even for a home loan. Now, what about, and I didn't see it on your website, and I know the tribe, we've got the housing authority here, but if you wanted to get a home loan, like a Section 184 HUD, do you do that?
We don't do those in-house, but I do have a mortgage company here in Shawnee that I work with that I can refer someone to her to look into the 184.
Okay. But what about like a first-time home buyer type thing? Do you do anything?
We don't really have a specific program for that. Mortgage loans are heavily regulated.
Okay, so you can't just say, well, okay, let's just push you in and we'll get you. Okay,
Right,
so you've really got to follow the
Yes.
policies and regulations.
Yeah, all of our loans we do in-house versus the secondary market.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if you're familiar with any of those terms, but sometimes banks will do the loan and then they sell it off.
Okay.
Servicing is handled by someone else. You're no longer dealing with your local bank. We don't do that. We have ours in-house.
Yes.
Okay. So if somebody needed a home loan or home equity loan, small business loan,
Mm-hmm.
you can help them out then.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, what if you're a new business? Because I know we've got 477 here that does some things. They help tribal businesses. Do you guys offer that too? Small business loans for the tribal members?
We can absolutely look at those again.
Case by case.
Case by
kind of.
case.
So-
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but that's good to know. So you're really more than a number. I mean, you would look at their
Absolutely.
background, their situation, I guess.
Yes. Yes. Most definitely.
Okay, and help them out. So anything else that I didn't think of on your website? I was trying to think of the other things that banks offer. That you've got home loans, car loans.
Yeah. Currently, we just started a rewards program. So it's called Buffalo Nickels. And so for every purchase that's $1 or more on the debit card, we pay rewards. So there's a 5
So how
cents.
does that work?
So 5 cents per transaction, and then it's accrued on the accounting of the bank, and then it's paid at the statement cycle.
Oh, okay. So you actually make money.
Right. We're going to pay you to use your debit card.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So that's for everyone there. at the
Anyone who
bank.
has a debit card
Anyone who has
with
a
one of our
debit card.
accounts. Yeah.
Okay. So every time you use your card, you're getting money.
5 cents.
5 cents. Okay. So if you use your card a lot, that could definitely add up.
Yes, and everybody uses their card a lot.
That's true. I mean, and that's for the debit card. Okay. You're right. If you think about all the times that we use our cards,
Yes.
and so every time, wow, that really could add up every
Yeah.
month.
It could.
In addition to the interest that the account earns.
Right.
Okay. And I know when you said interest, we talked about savings. I think I remember when Steve was here, he always talked about the rate. Your savings account had a higher rate. Is
Yeah,
that
we
what he
always pay 1% above market
Okay. And what
for
is
the tribe
market?
members. So right now, currently, the tribe members earn 4% on both their checking and their savings.
Okay. And market is 3 then?
Yeah, that's what our other account is at, yes.
Okay. So that's a pretty good incentive.
It's a
I
very
mean,
good incentive. You don't find that
No.
in other banks usually.
Okay. And that's for the tribal members.
Yes.
So that's definitely a plus, I would think. I mean, to get 1% over. So,
Yeah.
okay. And that's checking and savings.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else that I don't think we talked about? I mean, we did loans, the savings rate, we did the employees. Anything else that you have at the bank that
So we do a lot of financial education, especially Debbie. She teaches a lot of financial education. We partner with the Absentee Shawnee Housing Authority, and we've also recently started partnering with some of the other tribes to offer financial education to their members.
Okay, but that's good though.
Yes, it's really a neat program, and so far everyone's really enjoyed it. We've had a lot of fun doing these classes.
Well, I know you had one last year or maybe the year before here at the tribe for teenagers.
That was for the
Yes.
teenagers,
Right.
yeah. You had
Which I think is a
15 to
good-
19, I think, was the age
Yeah.
group. Yeah.
I think that's probably a good age to start with.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
where you first get your spending, your debit
Yeah.
card, usually at that teenage. Maybe I remember they talked about one of the downfalls was credit cards.
Yes.
It is,
Especially if
yeah.
you go to college, they just
Yeah.
seems like here you get a credit card. You're like, I have free rate. I can buy whatever.
Right.
This is great. Well, really, you got to pay it back, and
Yes.
On
That's-
time was helpful too.
you get then you get that 30%, or I'm not sure what the rate is,
Right.
but you can rack up 6 or 7 credit cards, and you're just living it up. But that was a really good class. I wish they would have had that before
Yeah.
I went
Yeah.
down that hole, because once you get in there, it's hard to get
They
out of
don't
that.
teach it in school like they used to. So.
They should.
Mhm.
And then they did a budget. I remember that. That was pretty. I thought it was pretty neat.
So we also have a new website. It's ambok.enrich.org. And so on that website, it's an AI interactive tool as long as you register. And based on how you answer the questions, it will gear games and sessions, videos onto the topics that are applicable to you.
Okay.
So it's very customized. And then there's also a budget site. It's ambok.enrich.org/budget. And you can actually put in your income, put in your expenses, and it'll tell you how much, discretionary income that you have to put in savings or to spend on entertainment
And
it's a
that's
very
for
nice tool. It's free.
anyone. It's
Free for anyone on our
Okay,
website.
so you don't even have to have an account at the bank.
Correct.
You could just log in. Okay, but that's interesting. Okay, that's neat. So that's something on your website that they can find.
Yes.
And it's customized.
We also partner with an investment firm where we can help you with retirement planning, investments, that type of thing as well.
Okay, and that's through the bank. You can
Yes.
sign up. Okay, something probably a lot of people don't think about, but you do need that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
okay. And you offer that there as well. And I know I wanted to talk about in the past, I know we've heard the bank was, what do they call it, in the red, I guess. How is the bank now? How are you guys doing?
So the bank is doing better than it ever has in its 124-year
That's
history.
good.
Yes. So since the tribe purchased the bank, it was in 2004, we've grown the bank 4 times over. So when the tribe purchased it, it was $18 million, and it's it's actually now over $75 million in asset size.
Wow. Okay.
So we had growth rates in our loans and our deposits and our income of over 22% last year.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So you're definitely not going anywhere then.
No, we're not.
I hope not. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That does sound pretty financially sound.
And then on earnings in 2023 and 2024, we earned over $500,000 in income net.
Wow.
So all that helps to contribute to the assets of the tribe.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why you should invest in the tribally owned
Yes,
bank then, right?
yes,
Put your
exactly.
money in there. Well, so you're doing very well then, because I know for a while there was
Yeah, when I came in 2019, it was in regulatory trouble. It was in the ditch.
yes, and
And
they
so
call it in the red, right? Is that-
Yeah, it took us a couple of years. It was pretty much, it was hard at that time just because we had so many fires going on. You had to pay attention to whatever the current biggest fire was and put it out. And so it took us a couple of years to get it out of the regulatory ditch. And then it took us another year to start actually having earnings for the bank.
So we're 6 years later.
6 years later, yeah.
Well, and you did all that through COVID too, because
We
that's
did.
just right after you
Yeah,
guys started.
right after we started, COVID hit.
and
Yes.
everything just kind of
Yeah, it was
bottomed out.
banking in
after
a new
that.
way.
Everything was in a new way then,
Yeah.
really. It
Yes.
changed everything. So, wow, okay, so you've really just grown.
Yes.
Yeah, we try to be very active in the community and different things going on in the area.
Well, I like the classes. That's a very, I think that's
Yeah.
good. That's helpful.
Yes.
That way, maybe if someone knows all that financial
Yeah.
education, maybe they wouldn't be in the situation where your credit score. Well, I know sometimes things happen in life that you can't control.
Yeah.
But if you have that knowledge, maybe you don't start out with a bad credit score, 18 years old, and they hand you these credit cards and you don't realize you have to pay that back.
Right. And if you have a banker that you've worked with and that knows you and can know your history, sometimes we can do something for you that maybe a big bank, a bigger
Cut up
bank.
the credit card.
Right. I've done that before.
That's a smart thing. It
Right.
really is. I feel like that's just a downfall.
Yeah. If you get that personal relationship with someone, then you can come in and you can talk more comfortably, get to know that person, know their family, know their history, know what's going on with them, and be able to be their lifetime banker.
Yeah. We've helped a few tribe members with like consolidation type loans to consolidate that debt and get them down to, one manageable payment.
Manageable payment.
Yeah.
And then pay them off quicker.
Right.
Especially if the interest rate, especially some of them are so high.
Right.
Anytime you can get it down a little lower, it helps.
Yeah.
It does.
Especially if you've got lots of credit cards. So are there any other products or features that maybe we haven't talked about today that someone should know about?
Yeah, we have some cool features inside our app.
So you have an app. Okay,
we have an app, a
thing
mobile
right
app,
there.
yes. You can take pictures of your checks and make the deposit through your app and not have to come into the bank.
Okay, that's always a good plus.
We have where they could get their credit score in the app. It's called My Credit Manager. And then it also gives them tips on to-dos and what not to do.
Like maybe how to increase your credit
How
score.
to increase your credit score. Yeah. Things that help it, things that don't help it.
And
for
that's
example.
free
That is all free, yes.
in the app.
In the app. Mhm.
Okay.
And then we also have card management that's within the app. So if you have an account with us and a debit card, there's a feature inside there where if you have to temporarily up your spending limit, you can up it to the balance that's in your checking account, completely controlled by you as the customer.
So you wouldn't go over. Is that what you're talking about?
No, if let's say your limit is $500 and you need to make a $600 purchase, you go in the app and you change your limit to what you're going to purchase. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then you can turn your card on and off if you suspect your
Fraud.
card number's been compromised. You can turn the card, or some people just use it as a feature where they leave the card off and then they go open the app and turn it on when they're going to use it.
Oh, okay. That sounds safe.
Safer, yeah. There's
Or if
things
you've
like
misplaced it,
Oh, that's a good idea.
you
You can't find it, and you're
you'll turn
freaking
it
out.
off until you find it. And
Which
then
we've
turn it
all
back on.
done. We've all lost our debit card, and you freak out, and you retrace your steps. So in the meantime,
it,
that's peace of mind. So as
Yes.
long as you've got your phone, don't lose your phone,
Right.
then you can do that in the app.
Yeah.
If you had an account there.
yes. Mhm.
Okay, now the credit score, checking your credit score, is that for anyone or just account holders?
You have to be an account
You have to
holder
account
to
holder
have
to
the
do it.
app.
Okay.
And then, it's all turned on within
Okay.
that as a feature.
But I do like the part about turning that off because we've all lost our cards.
yeah.
It's,
Happens a lot.
it does. It's scary. And you're freaking out like someone's got my debit card. Okay, that's pretty. Anything else in the app? Because my bank doesn't do that.
Everything else, you can transfer between your accounts. You can do a person-to-person payment. So let's say you go out with a friend and they purchase your meal and you need to pay them back. You can do a person-to-person payment within the app to that person's debit card or credit card. Yeah.
Since you didn't, none of us hardly carry cash anymore.
Right.
So,
Right.
okay, well, that's always good to know.
Yeah.
So before we end today, are there any other products that you're working on that maybe you can talk about today?
Yes, we're currently working on online account opening. So we started testing that yesterday. We're still testing today. Planning on rolling it out next week.
So does that mean what
instead
I
of
think it
coming
means?
instead of
Right.
coming into the bank to open an account, you can actually go to our website, click open an account, and it'll take you through the application process of filling out your information, collecting all the information, and then it'll have to wait for a bank employee to approve it before it's official. But you'll
Okay.
actually initiate the funding of it, and then we'll follow up and get you your paperwork. And then we're working on e-sign, so it can be
Okay.
electronically signed.
So everything could be done. You wouldn't even have to come into the bank.
Correct.
However, we like for you to come
We
into
like
the
for you to
bank.
come into the bank, but for those that cannot, it's just
Right,
another
right,
avenue,
yes.
another,
So you could, if you're like, I need an account, I need to do this. So you can do this
Yeah.
from
And
your
we're-
phone,
And we have all
on
of
the
the,
weekend.
and we have all the accounts available.
savings, checking.
The absentee Shawnee tribe member, the employee one, our regular account if you're not an employee or a tribe member, or And then we have the savings out there, both
Okay.
types. So
So I'm going to play like devil's advocate here. So if you're, online bank, okay. So you would upload your documents, obviously, CDIB card for tribal member,
We do
driver's license. I was going to say, how are you going to verify that?
we do
Because-
verify, ask for the tribal ID card just to verify you're a tribal member and you qualify. And then if you're an employee of the tribe, we just ask to see some type of either ID card if there's one issued, or if there's not, then like some
Pay
type of pay
stub or
stub or something that
Okay.
shows you work for a business owned by the tribe.
Okay. Because I would think there would have to be some kind of verification.
Yes.
Okay. So you would verify the CDIB as well, probably?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Everything. Okay.
Yes.
Because you could, I've got somebody's IDs here. Not that I'm saying that, but fraudulently. So you do check
Yeah,
that
there's
out.
actually questions on there that you have to answer, and it verifies that it's you.
Okay.
And then we follow up and also get copies of
Okay.
the IDs.
I mean, just,
Yeah.
there might be someone unscrupulous that might try to do
Of
that.
course, yeah.
So just, making that clear. That way, if you had someone's cards, you're not
Yeah.
opening accounts in their name.
Right.
Well, because most of the time when you think about opening an account at a bank, you have to go inside.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that way they know it's you. So
Yeah.
that's why I was asking.
Yeah,
How
there
do you know
is
it's me?
follow up.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, because, you have to go in and.
Yeah.
make
And then
sure
we
that
online loan applications as well. So you can initiate a loan request
Mhm.
through the website is the other one that we're working on.
instead of having to go
Instead of having to go
inside.
inside. That one also requires follow up with, a loan officer and the potential customer as
Right.
well. But
Okay.
it's just
So you
another
can-
way to start the process.
Okay. So if you're at home at night, banks are closed. On the weekend, you're like, I think I need a car loan or
Mhm.
home equity, whatever kind of loan.
Yeah, you can start the process on our website.
Okay. And then you,
Then it's
And then
less
we'll
time later.
contact you.
Mhm.
And
okay. So
Yeah.
the quicker you get your money and
Yeah,
all that. Okay.
that should be rolling out in about 2 weeks.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other thing we're working on that we hope to have by the end of summer is tap to pay. So on our debit cards currently, they're chip and
Mm-hmm.
stripe. And then we wanted the ability to be able to, tap it and not
Mhm.
have to
Okay.
insert the card. And so we're working on that as well with some new designs.
Ooh, okay.
Yep.
Because I think most of the cards now, they do have the tap to
Yes.
pay. I think that's,
Yes.
there for a while it was, the
It's
chip
helpful
was
for
everything.
fraud.
Mm-hmm.
It tokenizes the card number so the merchant never sees your card number.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's
So that's
'cause-
safer. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we definitely want to make sure that everything is set. That's
Yeah.
good to know.
And then pretty much everything, I think all the other features are the same things probably offered at other banks. You could actually pull up your statement on your phone. I mean, it's a small version, but you could actually view your online statement that way as well.
Okay, so if you want to look at what you've been spending.
Yeah, there's an activity, transactions, but then there's also the actual formal statements that are housed in there as well.
Okay, that's good to know. Someone might want to check all that out. Anything else on the app? Now, what is the apps in all the places? Apple, Google, like for all.
Yes,
the phones?
it's on
Okay.
all the app stores.
AllNations Bank.
It is so our website is ambok.bank, and then our app is All Nations Access.
Okay, so it's.
But if you search
Nations-
All Nations Bank, you'll find the All Nations Access.
Okay, I'm sure the
Yeah.
logo would probably come up.
Yes.
The logo comes up, and we actually did launch a new logo.
I was going to say, I like the new logo.
Yes.
I really like that.
We
Okay,
did launch. It's the state of Oklahoma, which represents our headquarters, and then we have the two feathers, which represent Tecumseh and his brother, that is also in the tribe's logo.
I like that. So if you want to know what the logo looks like to find the app, go to the website, find the logo, and then find the app. Okay. But I really do like the new logo. It looks very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the website looks very clean. I like it. And you said,
Thank you.
we're talking about the website, there's some testimonials on the website?
We've done some recording recently, and we have some customer testimonials that are out there. We also put those on our social medias. We have Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're launching some holiday videos. We're also doing some fraud videos.
Oh, that's
All these are
okay. Those are very
launching in the next
important.
couple months. Yeah.
Okay. And you'll push those out on your socials, I guess?
We'll push them out on our socials. We also have a YouTube channel,
Okay.
so they're on there as well.
So they really can learn all about you. If they didn't get enough from us today,
Right.
you've got the bases
Yeah.
covered.
We're definitely
So
out there.
You're definitely out there. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that you would want to talk
There is
about?
something we do also when we talked about, why bank with us and things that we provide for the tribe. We do have 2 scholarships that we do every year for absentee Shawnee tribe members who are senior students graduating, getting ready to go to college.
Okay. And that's
So-
just for the AST?
That is just,
Okay.
yes.
Yes.
And we have some others we do locally in Calumet, but
Mhm.
those are the ones that are specifically for the tribe. Yeah.
And that's nationwide, right?
They can live anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as you're a tribal member.
As long as you're a tribal
So you
member.
don't have to live here in this
Yeah.
area.
Right.
You could live in another
Mhm.
state and you could still apply for the scholarship.
Yeah, you apply
Yes.
through the education department with the tribe, and then we partner with them to pick the person and do the award.
Okay. Because I know I've pushed that out on our
Yeah.
social. We put it in the paper every year. Okay. That's a neat thing just for tribal members.
Just for tribal members, yeah.
Okay. It's probably about time to announce winners. I feel like it's about that
It
time of the
is.
year.
It is. I've got to work with
So-
them to get that announced, yeah.
Okay. That's
We
exciting.
picked them, yeah.
So you'll be seeing that on all the socials and the paper, website, YouTube, everywhere.
Yes. Yeah.
Put them out there. Anything else you guys are involved with that we should know?
We're a part of the local chambers. We're in the Shawnee Chamber now and the Tecumseh Chamber, and then the American Indian Chamber of Commerce of Oklahoma. They meet in the city, but we're members with them.
Okay.
And then we're members of several banking associations, the Oklahoma Bankers Association, Community Bankers Association of Oklahoma, and then also the National Bankers Association, which is specifically for minority-owned banks.
Okay. And
So-
like we said, you guys are the oldest. I just really found that
Yeah, we're
interesting.
the-
Oldest Native American bank here in Oklahoma. So
Yes.
it's kind of a neat little thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the website again? Because I know it changed.
It was anbok.com, and now it's anbok.bank.
Okay. That way, if someone wants more information,
Yeah.
that's anbok.bank.
Which is, it's just the bank's initials with
Mhm.
OK for the state of Oklahoma,
Okay.
if that's easier to remember.
Okay. And you say it all the time, so it's probably nothing
We
for
do.
you. You just
Yeah.
rolls off your tongue.
Yeah.
So, well, I want to thank you guys for today. I mean, hopefully everyone learned a lot or a little bit about the bank, why they should bank with All Nations,
Yeah.
and maybe come in and see you guys, Jill and Calumet, Debbie and Shawnee.
Yes.
You guys are there if they want to come in and
Yes.
visit with you. And
We also
their-
welcome them
We
in.
look forward to serving the tribe.
yeah, I mean, you're right here, especially if you work here and you're just
Mm-hmm.
right here. We could walk there.
Yes.
Probably not in some of the weather we have here, but it's very close. It's convenient.
Yeah, but right next to the new police department station.
If you drive by, you'll see it.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys for being here today, and hopefully you'll come back and maybe we'll learn some more information and facts.
Sure, thank you
about
for having
the
us.
All-Nations
Thank you
Bank.
so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening. I'm Mindy Longhorn. We hope you join us next time as we talk among the Shawnee.
Yahweh, Yesi Hakueta Wiani, Salanoki Kenolepwa.